welcome on board Mr. Peter McGuire, who's the CEO of Trading.com Australia, joining us on the phone line. Hi, Peter. Good to be speaking with you. And Peter, the biggest talking point remains to be the oil prices. And in the latest, the US strike on Kharg Island seems to be a major escalation. What signal does this send to the global oil markets, and how seriously are traders taking this development?
Well, good afternoon. It's certainly, let's unpack it together. I mean, when you're thinking about Kharg Island, this is a major distribution hub. 95% of crude travelling through that region, from pipelines from Iran, and then the shipping going into the Strait of Hormuz and then being distributed across the globe. This is a major impact. And how that rolls, I would think, would be price escalation when the markets open Monday morning. The first part is Brent's sitting at 103. You've got nearly $100 for WTI, and I'd be expecting prices to edge up from here. They might be up another $5 or $10. Let's just wait and see, because it's very difficult to speculate how high they can go, how quickly they can go.
All right, so expecting an up move Monday morning. But Peter, just for benefit of our viewers, why don't you tell us that Kharg Island, what's the importance of that? Because we understand it remains to be a critical export hub for Iran. If you can help us with some numbers, roughly how much oil is being produced and shipped from this terminal, and what happens to the global supply if those exports are disrupted?
Well, my understanding is 95% of Iranian oil is distributed, and from a distribution standpoint, through Kharg Island. Kharg Island is a small island that sits off the coast of Iran in the Persian Gulf. And that's been the distribution hub for the last probably 40 to 50 years for Iranian crude. Now, if President Trump has said, and this is my understanding from what I've read in recent hours, that he hasn't impacted the infrastructure as far as pipelines and shipping terminals and so on. There's been other direct hits on other parts of the island, but I think it demonstrates to the Iranians that it can be done at any time, at any whim by US military. So this is going to be, again, fascinating how this plays out from a geopolitical standpoint. And it is probably one of the most important distribution hubs in the Persian Gulf.
Absolutely. But Peter, what the latest post from Donald Trump is saying that for now, the strikes are on Kharg Island. That has been done. But the oil infrastructure is spared from the strikes for now. But does the strike raise the risk that other oil infrastructure in the region could become potential targets going forward? Is that something that the traders are worried about?
Absolutely. And you look at the UAE, you look at Kuwait, you've only got to see on the map, Bahrain, you see across, of course, into, Saudi, all of these points, and the choke point of the Strait of Hormuz primarily. So tempers are high. The impact geopolitically is immense, and this could unravel very quickly. And that's what traders are mindful of, in the sense what we saw last Monday. Oil prices boomed to the upside by $20 or $25 in a matter of an hour or so. So let's just see where we are Monday morning. I'm expecting fireworks to really impact markets, because we're the best part of 18 hours away, or more than that. What am I saying? 40 hours away till it opens.
Absolutely seems like, Peter, but the development over the next 48 hours are going to be really very critical in a sense that how Iran actually goes ahead and retaliates to the latest action of US. But from a market perspective, Peter, what could actually cool off the rally in the crude right now? Will it be diplomacy, supply from the producers, or simply demand concerns are there? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think first off, the market is on a razor's edge. If things were going to be far more conciliatory between the US and Israel and Iran, and there was a measure there that was tempered, and that the heat was taken out of the market, in the sense market sentiment, ships were sailing through, there was no disruptions, and everything moved in a very back to a normal sort of way of process, then that would naturally strip out the war premium, and it would strip out probably $10 to $20 off crude oil immediately. But when we're dealing with Iran and we're dealing with geopolitics, it's easy to speculate, but we have to live through it to see what actions are going to be, created by each country.
All right, and we look forward to that, Peter. But with this, we let you go. So good having you on the channel today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.